Thank you for viewing our Integrated Report 2022 Key Points video. This video explains the key points of our Integrated Report to give readers a better understanding of the report. Let us start by briefly explaining the role of the Integrated Report. An integrated report is targeted at a broad range of stakeholders of a company, including investors, employees, media, ESG experts, students, and suppliers. An integrated report with compelling messages and stories is an excellent communication tool that can give many stakeholders the information they need. Readers can learn about a company's medium and long-term value creation ability and growth opportunities and prospects. In a word, an integrated report is a tool that provides the big picture of a company's value creation capability. An integrated report explains what kind of economic value and social value a company creates by using financial capital, including earnings and cash flows, as well as non-financial capital, including human resources and organizations. The report also explains how a company reinvests part of the value that was created while returning profits to shareholders. Now, let's look at the key points of the Integrated Report 2022 of Nippon Paint Holdings. Nippon Paint Holdings positions the Integrated Report as a communication tool for facilitating constructive stakeholder engagement by building a better understanding of our group management policy and growth strategy. It is an important tool for us to enhance mutual understanding between us and investors and other stakeholders. We improve our integrated report every year by reflecting feedback and concerns received through engagement with investors and other stakeholders. The 5 key points for improvements in the Integrated Report 2022 are: 1. Clearly explaining our uniqueness, such as our mission, values, etc. 2. Asset assembler model for pursuing MSV. 3. Our medium and long-term management strategy as an asset assembler. 4. Promoting sustainability initiatives based on an autonomous structure linked with business activities. 5. Advanced governance led by independent directors. This page shows the structure of the Integrated Report 2022. The 5 points for improvements are explained in separate chapters. As you read the report, you can learn the big picture of our value creation activities. Now, let us walk you through a digest of the Integrated Report based on the 5 points for improvements. Point 1. Clearly explaining our uniqueness, such as our mission and values, etc. Nippon Paint Group is pursuing maximization of shareholder value, MSV, as its sole mission. In this chapter, we explain the concept of MSV and our unique values, as well as our initiatives to achieve MSV. Next, let's look at the more on this later pages. Let us start with the MSV story. This section explains our mission and uniqueness by using eye-catching images and concise narratives with why, what, how, and where as key words. The Message from Co-Presidents section has a powerful message about the pursuit of MSV. The 2 co-presidents work together to pursue MSV based on their solid relationship of trust. Our stock price, which is the outcome of MSV, has significantly increased over the past 10 years, outperforming the Topic's chemical sector average and the average of competitors. Co-President Wakatsuki explains our roadmap and his thoughts on pursuing the maximization of PER, price-to-earnings ratio, by properly raising expectations of capital markets. Our PER has exceeded the TOPIX chemical sector average and the average of competitors over the past 10 years. This demonstrates the high expectations about our growth potential in capital markets. Co-President Wee explains our actions to pursue the maximization of EPS, earnings per share, through revenue growth and earnings expansion. Our EPS has increased significantly over the past 10 years, outperforming the TOPIX chemical sector average and the average of competitors. The MSV concept and initiatives are explained by using income statement items and the logic tree. MSV seeks to create wealth by maximizing the shareholder value that remains after fulfilling our obligations to customers, suppliers, employees, society, and other stakeholders. This concept is explained by using the income statement items. MSV can be divided into EPS, earnings per share, and PER, price to earnings ratio. Our actions aim to maximize EPS and PER to achieve MSV are explained by using the logic tree. Point 2. Asset Assembler Model for Pursuing MSV. This chapter explains our unique business model as an asset assembler for pursuing MSV. Asset Assembler Model aims to achieve rapid growth with limited risk through the expansion of existing businesses and an aggressive M&A strategy. Let's move on to the more on this later topics. This page explains our asset assembler model. Based on this business model, the Nippon Paint Group plans to accelerate growth by building strong brands and excellent management teams through the expansion of existing businesses and an aggressive M&A strategy. Our 5 strengths that underpin our asset assembler model will enable growth in the medium and long term. Our first strength is our focus on paint and adjacencies with significant market opportunities. Our second strength is the attractive risk-return profile of the paint and adjacencies arena. Our third strength is an assembly of talented management and strong brands. Our fourth strength is Japan domicile enhanced competitive strengths. Our fifth strength is our advanced governance. We are pursuing continuous earnings growth with limited risk by leveraging these 5 strengths with the goal of achieving MSV. Point 3. Our medium and long-term management strategy as an asset assembler. This chapter explains our medium and long-term management strategy based on asset assembler model for pursuing MSV. Let's look at the more on this later topics. In Q&A with Co-President Wakatsuki on our medium and long-term management strategy, Co-President Wakatsuki explains our management strategy based on asset assembler model as well as our M&A strategy and financial and capital strategy using a Q&A format. The medium and long-term business strategy that reflects regional characteristics and structural changes in markets section explains our strategy and actions in our major focus regions and markets. Growth strategy for rapidly growing repainting market in China explains our business strategy in repainting market in China as we aim to turn market changes into opportunities amid the rapid expansion of stock housing in China. In Q&A with Co-President Wee about actions for improving the profitability of the Japanese businesses, Co-President Wee explains our actions and progress for improving the margins in the Japanese market using a Q&A format. Point 4. promoting sustainability initiatives based on an autonomous structure linked with business activities. Our sustainability activities are linked to materiality that supports our business model with the goal of achieving MSV. Let's look at the more on this later topics. Based on the sustainability structure that was reorganized in 2022, our sustainability activities are linked with business activities under the autonomous structure. 4 global teams and global team leaders are working together to implement sustainability strategy across the Nippon Paint Group. After the release of the integrated report, we established a sustainable procurement team as the 5th global team in order to step up group-wide sustainability activities. The key criterion for our sustainability strategy is taking actions that fulfill our obligations to stakeholders and are connected to business activities, such as identifying business opportunities to enter new markets. For diversity and inclusion, which is one of the materiality issues, we have a strong commitment to the diversity of values in order to achieve sustainable growth of the Nippon Paint Group. For innovation for a sustainable future, we are building our capabilities for innovation by using technical collaboration and the sharing of intellectual property among our group partner companies around the world. Point 5. Advanced governance led by independent directors. We have established an advanced governance structure led by independent directors. Let's look at the more on this later topics. In the message from the board chair, who ensures the cohesion of the members of the board of directors, lead independent director and board chair Nakamura explains the outcome of the board's revisions over the past year and the measures by the board of directors to take discussions among directors to a higher level. In governance discussions by independent directors, Board Chair Nakamura and Compensation Committee Chairperson Tsutsui talk about a compensation plan that will contribute to MSV. By retracing the process used by the Compensation Committee, the 2 independent directors talk about an executive compensation structure that will contribute to MSV, the role of the Compensation Committee, and their thoughts about the future design for compensation. Before we end our explanation of the key points of the Nippon Paint Holdings Integrated Report 2022, we would like to tell you how to access our integrated report. You can download the integrated report from our corporate website. Please use this URL link and QR code. Please also take the moment to read the investor book, which is a supplementary publication for the integrated report. This book concisely provides information and data on the Nippon Paint Group and about the paint and coatings market, as well as the adjacencies market. Thank you for viewing our Integrated Report 2022 Key Points video.